Hi everyone, this is Raj here, and I would like to welcome all the students, teachers, parents, elders watching this video right now to my YouTube channel. I learn from YouTube. So, most of you must be already knowing that this is a continuation to a video that I made last time. And actually, why I'm doing this in parts is because there's a reason behind it. English language is very vast, and to learn and understand each and every aspect of English, to be a fluent speaker, writer, and all that, you need to have a grasp on all these aspects. I've already mentioned that. So these are grammar, speaking skills, listening skills, comprehension, pronunciation, reading, and writing. So we need to understand each and every aspect in order to be a very well proficient English speaker and overall English proficient person. So that is why I've broken down this into many parts. So this is our second part of the video. So let's get straight into it. So this video right now will talk about. So today we're going to talk about some important points that you can use to improve your English speaking skills. So the first one is be patient, understanding comes first. So when you are talking to someone, when you are conversating, the thing that's important is that you listen to the person who is speaking. Otherwise, you would have no idea or no clue how to answer the question. Our understanding is always one step ahead of our practical ability to speak, and this especially is the case when learning English as a foreign language. Work on improving your understanding of English by exposing yourself to the language as often as possible. So, the same thing. So, in order to understand, you need to be patient. So whatever the other person is speaking, you get a grasp of that, you get a gist of everything whatever he or she is saying, and then you formulate an answer on your mind. That is how it works. You just don't abruptly interrupt the person who is saying something and then you say something which is completely irrelevant or not related to the topic. It will be an embarrassment to you as well. So you need to understand each and everything clearly before you say anything. So you need to be sure of that. So in order to do so, what you can do is you can expose yourself. That means you can talk to people who are native English speakers. You can have conversations with them over the phone, like practice with them and those kind of stuff. So let's go to the next point. Be confident, it matters. So confident always matters, not only in spoken English or written English, but in other aspect of life as well. Being afraid to make mistakes in English will certainly lead to nervousness, which in turn produces a higher incidence of speech errors. Being worried about how you are going to give a speech, presentation, interview, etc., greatly affects your speech. So, what happens is sometimes you get on the stage, and even if you are a proficient English speaker, sometimes you start to stammer, sometimes you start to stutter. So, the words don't come out of your mouth, you feel like you're choking. So, what is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is your nervousness. And where does it come from? It comes from your low confidence level. That means you are constantly thinking about it, whether I'm doing it right, whether I'm pronouncing the word right, whether I'm using the right word. This generally happens to non native English speakers. Let's say in our India also, there's many presentations programs nowadays, all the companies they are doing it in English. But for Indians, I can see that it's always there's always some point in life where you go to the stage and you hesitate speaking in English, right? So this is the cause. When you know the entire thing, when you know all the things that you need to say, but you have stage fright, or your confidence level is too low, so that you go on the stage and you mess it up even if you know what you got to say. So that happens to many people, but there's a solution to it, and it's very easy. What you need to do is, before you give a presentation, before you give a speech, before you do anything, you can do one thing. You can just go up, stand in front of a mirror, and practice. So you can look at yourself, and then you can practice whatever you want to say, whatever you have to say. You just write it on a piece of paper, and then you can just talk to yourself by looking at the mirror. You do this every day and you will see a considerable improvement, and your confidence level will also be higher than what you were in before. So, number three is expand your vocabulary. Now, I already told you that when people speak to each other or when people are talking to each other, sometimes they're stuck in between, right? You remember that, right? Why that happens is because of the very same thing that I'm talking about right now, vocabulary. So, if you know only one or two word of a particular thing that you want to say, then what happens is if you forget that one or two word, then there's nothing else. Let's take for example, let's say, all right, if I'm saying this water is too cold, I can also say this water is freezing cold, or this water is really chill. So I can use different words to give the same expression. But sometimes what happens is you only know one or two words to give that exact impression, so that you always keep on thinking about what was the word, what was the exact word that I need to use right now. So that is the reason why you stutter. That is the reason why you get stuck in between. So you need to make sure that your vocabulary is very rich. Having a larger vocabulary will help you understand native speakers better and read more complicated texts. Always learn vocabulary in a context, don't just swallow the dictionary. So it's impossible for you to for you to memorize each and every word of the dictionary. It's not possible. And we don't tell you to do so also. It's not, it's unnecessary to do that. Why not remember a certain word or few certain words that you use in your daily life, so that the next time when you are talking to someone using those kind of words, common words, you don't get stuck in between and you can give your message very easily and clearly. Reading and listening to audiobooks is one of the most easiest way to learn English grammar and vocabulary. This is because when you are enjoying novels, when you are watching, like let's say, when you're watching movies, when you're watching cartoons, when you're watching anything on the television, you do that because you like it. And when you're reading, let's say, a book of mathematics, let's say you're reading a book of science, you are not that interested in that. But when you read novels, when you read stories, then you get interested in that. And unknowingly, what your mind does, it records everything in the subconscious part because you are enjoying it. So the next time when you watch the same movie or you go through the same story, then you can feel that you already know a lot of things. So that is how you can improve your grammar as well and vocabulary as well. So when you are reading, when you are going through the text, you can see how the grammar is used, how each and every word is mentioned, what kind of words are used. So you get familiar with it each and every day, and then your vocab will also keep on increasing. So the fifth point is listen to English songs. Yeah, this one is the most fun and most easiest way of learning English. Listening to music in English will definitely enhance your language comprehension, and it also improves your listening skills and your vocabulary. Music also helps in your pronunciation because as you listen to the lyrics, you will be exposed to new English words, and these words you might not be taught in school also. So there are new words added every day in the dictionary. So it's not possible to update your textbook every day with those kind of words. So what happens is when you listen to music each and every single day, you will get exposed to those words also. So listening to music, it's an activity that you can do all day, every day. The only key is to listen to as many English songs as possible. And yeah, don't forget to sing too. Yeah, that's right. As you are listening to some songs, try to open your mouth and sing along. Since you are imitating the sounds, your tongue will become more accustomed to English sounds, thus improving your English pronunciation. So when you try to sing along the song, you try to repeat the word exact same way as the singer is doing. Alright guys, so let's stop over here for today. we can't learn each and everything in a day, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. So it will take some time because we are covering each and every aspect. The thing is that I can't promise you some easy point, some kind of hypothesis or some kind of uh, policy, some kind of rule that will make you speak English very good in a day or two. That's not possible. And if you do find some videos, don't fall for it. It's not possible. You have to consider that you need to invest your time, you need to invest yourself if you really want to work on it. So it will take some time, but I can promise you by the end we finish our course, you will be very, very well versed in English. So stay tuned for the future classes, and we will have different videos uploaded very soon in different parts so that it becomes easier for you to understand and remember. I hope you understand each and every point that we discussed today, and then you follow through it like in practical life, right? You go to the mirror, practice whatever you have to say in speech, whatever we discussed, do that. Read, listen to audiobooks, read books and everything, increase your vocabulary so that when you come back again to tune in, you have more knowledge of. So guys, like and share the video. I want you guys to subscribe to the channel as well and press the bell notifications on so that whenever I post a new video on English, spoken English, written English and everything, you guys get notified first and then you can watch the video. And one more thing, I've got over here a point that really can make you a superhero, and also you can save a lot of lives. All you gotta do is just get your costume and stay inside. That's it. You're gonna save so many lives. So guys, stay safe from this COVID-19 virus, and then peace. See you guys in the next class.